Yo, what is up, everybody? Your boy E-Man coming at you from Average Joe Sports Talk with the weekly recap for the Midtown Brigade Fantasy Football League. I apologize. Been fighting a rough cold, and tomorrow I ain't gonna have time to do this because I don't think my voice is gonna be any better. But either way, as much as you may not hear me muffled, your boy's still gonna come through. This week was week 14, last week of the regular season for most fantasy leagues, and in our fantasy league, we had at least, in the Midtown Brigade, we had at least I think 4 playoff spots and like 5 or 6 different teams, me being one of them. To get started, I went against Team Bring It, who has the best record in the league, along with New Era, but probably has the number 1 seed, who ended up being the number 1 seed and getting a bye. I got completely annihilated, 131 to 193. Back-to-back weeks, I've been gotten that score by almost 400 points. I mean, it's been pretty insane, more like 395 points. All right, I've had to face in the last 2 weeks. Not much to say here. Got my ass kicked. Chubb, Mixon, they were going against a tough matchup. Both did not show up. Debo is not getting the ball on the offensive side, even though he's scoring on the ground. I really need these guys to pull up in order to face getting the playoffs while I'm facing New Era in the first round. Has a lot of points, a lot of scores. Team Bring It brought it. Mahomes, Fournette. I mean, the guy's stacked. Andrews, Connor all got super busy, and the Chiefs defense was with the first blow right off the bat. Bring It is number 1 seed, and it's a tough team to beat. New Era, who also made the playoffs. Him and Bring It were the only 2 teams that practically clinched everything. I went against him. I was hoping, he went against Vicious. Vicious, again, the last few games, he's given a great effort, scoring over 130 points a game, but it's not enough. New Era has practically scored almost 400 points in the last 2 games. Herbert, again, insane. Kamara came back with a strong game. Freeman, did his thing. But Jefferson, Godwin, and Kittle have been studs along with a Cowboy defense. I'm facing New Era, like I mentioned earlier, and in the playoffs. And we're going to go by how I made the playoffs, even though I'm a 4-game losing streak. Team Cruz, one of the teams that was fighting for a playoff spot on the line. Like myself, if we won, you controlled your own destiny. He controls his own destiny. Shut down Rico. Significant win, 154 to 100, and there was pretty much no story to this game. Allen, insane game against the Bucks, regardless of the loss, but it was Allen, Evans, and Renfro who brought it home for Cruz. Cruz won, started 0-4 in the year, but the man finished strong on a 5-game winning streak. That's pretty freaking impressive. Okay, this dude was 3-6, brought it down with 5 games and destroyed pretty much everybody in there. Cut My Balls actually was playing for the number 1 spot. All right, he made the playoffs as well, but he was playing for the division lead with Maximus. He needed to beat waiver wire studs. And man, waiver wire studs have spoiled the heck out of a couple of people already. Spoiled playoff chances and also spoiled now a number 1 spot, a bye week for Cut My Balls. Great game, 160 to 158, high scoring game for both ends. Rodgers brought it home along with Cook. Those were those two get the game balls and the majority of the points for waiver wire studs, who again did a lot of spoiling in the last few weeks. Not enough by Cups. Big 3. They got busy with Stafford and and Cooper Kupp, but it wasn't just enough. You needed a little more. He needed a little more from either Sony Michel or other players. He would have definitely, excuse me, locked down that number 1 spot and that bye week, but he didn't. South Florida Spanish Ninja, another team fighting for the playoffs, but it wasn't enough. Team Broadway plays spoilers. Spoiler big time here. Spoilerless chances. Did not give him a chance. 167 points by Team Broadway. Even a Ninja would have a Ninja performance. I don't think it would have been enough points to beat Broadway. Ninja was one of the teams that needed to win in order to make the playoffs. And in my case, if we lost, that put me in a good situation, which it did. Galamad on Wednesday. Another team like myself, 7-7. Me, Ninjas, and Galamad are 7-7. All of us were fighting for 1 playoff spot at the moment. Galamad needed to win, and I needed to lose. That was pretty much the bottom line. It did not happen. Galamad, Lamar Jackson, completely fucked this kid. He left the game, and that was the beginning of the end, because I think if Lamar would have had a normal game, this game would have been a lot closer, or maybe Galamad pulling it off, and I will be singing a different tune. Maximus pulled it off. Thank you, Maximus, because you beat Galamod. Ninjas lost. I made the playoffs. Bottom line, let's take a look at our playoff bracket. The only reason why I'm here, I wrote a 4-game losing streak. Highest point I scored in that 4-game losing streak was about 131 points this last week. Completely annihilated by lost to Vic, then lost to Team Cruz. All right, not by much, but lost to Team Cruz because he had that 50-point performance of Taylor. And then I got annihilated by New Era and annihilated by Team Brigade. So I am due for a break and a win. And because Ninjas and Galamat lost, even though I lost, I had the tiebreaker. So I get another shot at New Era. Your boy is going to come back strong. And right now, Bring It has the bye week. Maximus has another bye week. And his Team Cruz are going to cut my balls. That's going to be a good matchup. 2-8-6 records. Number 6, me, your boy, Garbage Man. Changed my name to Slap Up, a female dog, in the name of New Era. And I get another shot at New Era. And hopefully, I could take New Era out and actually say that I took the Recio family out again. God has given me another chance. It is what it is. It's going to be a dogfight. And again, I think I am due for a win here pretty soon. New Era has been unconscious, all right? The last 2 games, he's almost scored almost 400 points combined. Tough matchup, all right? This matchup right here doesn't even equate right now. He hasn't even put a flex in there yet. They haven't even given us anything yet. So our matchup is pretty good. He has some pretty good matchups. He has his quarterback going against Kansas City. They've been playing good defense, but it's going to translate probably to a lot of points. Tampa Bay and Kamara. Hopefully they could shut down Kamara and let the man get his points in the form of Taysom Hill. Excuse me. Jefferson, soft Chicago, secondary. And again, Godwin, who's been playing unconscious. Kittle is playing Atlanta. Hopefully Samuel can kind of take some of those points off in the matchup. I got a pretty starting matchup, bad matchup for my team. Excuse me. Burrows, Chase, and Mixon. If I leave them in, they're playing a really tough defense in Denver. That's one I need to look at and make some decisions. Chubb, everybody in in Cleveland is pretty much out with COVID. Wide receivers, tight ends, DEs. Chubb should be running the shit out of the ball this week. Lamb is going against a soft matchup with the Giants. I'm hoping he could score a touchdown for the first time, and he hasn't done it in the last 2 games. Goddard was hot the week before, going against a soft secondary and defense in Washington. I hope he could give me a repeat performance. I got to make a decision. I'm trying to pick up a defense. Right now, I'm going to keep Tyler Bass in there. And look, I need some breaks in order to beat the favorite New Era. He's the favorite because he scored the most points in the league and he has a 10-4 record. No doubt about it. It's going to be a tough. But remember, sometimes you blow your wad with a lot of points. And when the playoff comes, you just ran out of bullet. We shall see. Let's discuss the next matchup for next weekend is Team Cruz against Cooper Kupp. Now, this right here has a lot of ifs, all right? Seattle, good matchup for Stafford. Henderson is back from COVID-19 protocol. And also Kupp. So that's all his money is against Seattle, pretty much. I think he's gonna roll with Rashard Penny. I don't know yet because it's early in the week, so he really hasn't made any changes yet. Rashard Penny completely was a great pickup last week and brought it home had a great game for Cut My Balls. Waller is coming back from an injury, so let's see what this brings against a tough Cleveland defense. This game, I'm telling you, is 50-50. All right. Taylor will be facing a tough New England defense, all right? Evans, soft. I mean, against New Orleans, the GOAT has been playing crazy. I mean, it's a lot. It's a 50-50. They both have really, really tough matchups, you know what I mean? But I think Kupp has a slight edge because his big 3 is facing a very light and soft Seattle secondary. And if I get to call it, I love your Team Cruz, but I think Kupp may have the advantage this week in this matchup. And then after that, it's going to be the winner of myself against Team Bring It. And Maximus will face the winner of Team Cruz and Kupp. This is what I got for this week. I apologize. My voice is really bad. I'm recovering from a really nasty cold over the weekend. But it is what it is. Your boy made the playoffs. And guess what, bro? Playoff is a new season. Records do not matter from before. It's what you do now that counts, not what you did back then. Your boy E-Man signing out. Peace.